Zdravej troops. Today I'm here in Sofia, Bulgaria. I'm in a place called the Bells, or as the locals like to call it, Kambanite. There's actually a local school group here sitting rattling all the bells as much as possible, so I'm going to try and record this as best as I can, but the audio might be a bit interfered considering all the enjoyment here. In 1979, UNESCO declared it the Year of the Child. Following this, Bulgaria was picked to host the events that we're celebrating this year. Bulgaria's response to being chosen as the host of these events was to construct this large monument consisting of 4 pillars and 7 bells representing each continent. Donated by over 100 different countries are these bells that are placed around the base of the monument. As you can see, some of the bells that are donated are shaped true to the culture of their country of origin.
This is Sparta!
The reason for UNESCO gathering all these different gifted children was so that they can genetically enhance them to be Earth's last line of defence. Nah, I'm just joking. It was actually something similar, not maybe genetically enhancing them, but teaching them in the virtues of peace and love so that we don't repeat any of our bad history that we have with conflict again. So these children were planned to be the next world leaders. If they all knew how to love each other and live in peace, then the hopes was that we would never end up with another world war. The banner of peace events that were held here ran for only 11 years, but over that time, several thousands of children from over 140 different countries gathered. So what was the Year of the Child, and what did it actually achieve? The declaration was to draw attention to the issues children were facing around the world, such as malnutrition and lack of access to education. Now this was very important because all the concerts and events actually did serve their purpose, assisting with the start of the Convention on the Rights of the Child in 1989. Consisting of 54 articles covering all aspects of a child's life, this determines what civil, political, economic, social and cultural rights that all children are entitled to. All UN member states enforce these rights, bar United States. I don't know why this is. Maybe they have a better system in place.
Just proud to be an American citizen.
A couple examples of articles are Articles 13, like the right to freedom of expression, or maybe Article 19, the right for a child to not have to deal with violence. The children's charity UNICEF uses this as a basis for their work. It's nuts for some place of such a big impact. There's very little information out there of its existence. My missus is Bulgarian and she didn't even know this place existed, and she's lived in Sofia for at least a year. I really expected this monument to be a bit more well known, considering it may have had a huge impact on affecting the way our children live today. My only wish is that there was some sort of footage so that I can see what these events were like. Was there any face painting, inflatable soft plays, or was it just purely a class teaching event? Overall, I think this place is definitely worth a visit if you're ever here in Sofia, Bulgaria. You get a chance to be here while children are here. You may get to experience what it was actually like to be at one of these events in 1979, because all you'll hear while you're here is the rattling of bells. The way I like to think about it, at least, is that the noise of all these children here playing and rattling all these bells is what it was like back then, and that's sort of their joy resonating through the years. No matter what year it is, children are always going to be able to come here and rattle those bells and have a good time. And little do they know probably that they're celebrating their more likely easier upbringing, and all the children before that actually gathered at these events to help bring attention to the issues that they were facing at home. So if you want to find out more about UNICEF and the work they do and potentially support them, It's easy enough. You just look them up on Google and you can see what sort of projects they're currently undergoing to help some of the children that are still in bad situations across the world. And if you like this sort of content, be sure to hit up that like button, ravage the subscribe button, and you can see what I'm going to be putting out firsthand in the future. I hope you have a good day.